Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
My name is Zenify.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
And you...
And I'm Grasshopper.
There we go.
Hopper.
And you are either listening to or watching Greynoise.
I totally didn't see that we were on live.
All right. Welcome to Greynoise. Welcome to Greynoise, the podcast that is now about the world from the hacker perspective. This is episode 130. I can't say that we're the information security podcast because we fucking aren't.
Thank God, because I would have no idea what to say.
I mean, even we still don't.
Hold on. Let's get through the announcements.
We gotta do an introduction.
Yes. All right. So this is episode 130. We are here at the Sin Shop in Las Vegas, specifically Henderson. The address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Hey, Crux, we are still the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. It's good to see you, though. Love the goggles. All right. Let's see. For information on the Sin Shop, go to sinshop.org. That's SYN, like Sin Ac. I'm talking about like the network transaction. Wow. The handshake, not the...
Well, the logo's like right there.
Yes,
they can see it.
yes.
So,
All right, so go to sinshop.org for information on the shop. Remember, we do have a Is that this Monday, right?
No.
No.
It's on the 22nd.
Yes. So for those of you who are watching live and local, we do have a basic electronics class tomorrow. So check that out. And we do have
The other thing on... Yeah, it's the 26th.
yes, the 26th. What's the other thing?
No, that is the other thing. It's the 3D printing class.
Oh yes, 3D printing class is on the 26th of this month. Yes. Okay. So for information on that, go to meetup.com/sinshop, and for information on us, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. I actually have advanced knowledge that we have a listener from the other side of the world. I'm not going to say where. It's an undisclosed location. But hello. Okay, you guys don't get it. By the way,
We have one from the Vatican.
can somebody check to see if my laptop is plugged in? It's not plugged in, and I think we need my laptop to be plugged in
What?
because
Does
it's
it?
recording.
Nah, we'll be
Oh,
fine.
yeah, it's not plugged in.
I wasn't
Oh,
joking.
okay.
We do
All
have
right, well,
somebody
just-
listening from the Vatican.
It's okay. We'll just leave it there, and then when the when the laptop
We
dies,
still have
it's-
the live stream recording.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the new course of this podcast, we usually ask now, how is everybody's week? So how is everybody's week?
Well, I know.
Shit. Sorry. One more announcement. I'm sorry. I really do apologize.
You were holding it in your hand.
I know, I was.
How did you forget?
All right, my bad. So remember, today is the first Friday of the month, which means instead of what we normally do, the Fozzie Hour, we do the 2600 meeting. I am wearing a special vest given to me at DEF CON by the Telefreakers. But yes, 2600 meetings every first Friday of the month. So come on down, hang out with us. We have a whole bunch of hackers in the audience, and we just talk about really cool shit. I think it's cool. All right, go ahead, Doxy. I do apologize.
Well, I was gonna say I know Satchel mentioned something in chat. He wasn't sure whether or not he was going to.
I'm probably
I
not.
feel like he's still on the fence.
I am. I'm probably not.
This sounds like
I don't know.
this sounds like a really good story. That sounds the
Can
fact
you
that you're
redact it at all?
No. I mean, I already have a redacted version in my mind.
the fact that you're so on the fence makes it so juicy, and I really want to hear it. I mean, I get if you can't, but if you can,
Why don't you just hear it later when we're not live and...
because I feel like our audience would appreciate it also. Look at his face. Look how much contention is on his face. Look how
There is a lot of contention here.
he's like
I get
he's
it.
ready, and I feel like that's what we want to hear.
You guys go on, and if I do tell it, it'll be at the end.
Okay.
Let him drink more.
Yeah, let me drink more.
So my last week was way less eventful than last. This week was way less eventful than last week. I didn't break any backups. I didn't break anything. I didn't do any major upgrades. So it was a real easy week.
I got over the plague.
Yeah.
Yes, Zenify, it is good to see you. And we are, by the way, guys, I do
What
want to give
kind
a
of
shout out.
plague?
Hold on. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, he was almost to death.
I know. I remember seeing it on
Okay,
Twitter.
so I do want to give a really quick shout out to McNutt, who I know he's not on the camera, but that guy right there, he is the reason we go live, and he is the reason why we don't go live, such as last week. Also, Zenify here, if he's not a host on the table, he's helping with fact checking. He's helping with live stream and helping McNutt do his thing. So shout outs to the two of you. We are nothing without you. As we learned last week, we are not live. So.
I will second that.
I'm CPO, remember?
CPO.
Oh yeah,
CPO,
yeah.
huh?
Could you be
Name of my Wi-Fi password.
3PO?
I mean, I don't know
Like
what the three would stand
chief
for.
Yeah.
product production and productivity officer.
Well done, young Padawan. Well done.
Okay, you just skip me. I'm already. This is my third. That's my third.
I know. Well, you went to work, right? Zenify, did you have anything interesting? I don't know.
This week, I mean, it was very busy, which was kind of odd.
Is it usually not busy? Well, I guess I'm on a day-to-day basis, not like incredibly busy, but.
Yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I'm incredibly busy.
So why was it? Wait, you said it was slow.
I mean, no, it was busy.
So why is that odd?
It's not.
I can't. I
I'm
don't
just
know what to say to
I'm
you.
confused. I have no idea.
I
what
just
the
like
hell-
I'm
That went
every
right
week.
over my head.
You're wrinkling my brain.
Every week, I'm hopeful that it won't be as busy as the last, and it always turns out to be busier than the last.
I mean, I feel
Actually,
like
you want your brain to be wrinkled because if
Shut
it's not,
your
it's
mouth.
there's a smooth brain disorder. It's
Yeah,
actually
that would
pretty
be
bad.
really bad.
it's Damn it! Now I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm just trying to fact check with you.
I
You
can't
know,
even-
you said it
You're
wrinkles your
really
brain. You
lucky that
want
you have
wrinkles in
It
your
was
brain.
it was a
brain.
quote from Community because BGM was talking about Community in our Discord channel today.
Oh, you know what happened this week, and it happened today. I had my first bagel.
Oh,
What?
so you do say it right.
Yeah, I
You
do
never
say-
say
had
it
a
like Britta.
bagel?
I know. I just said that. 'cause
Have
I
you
wa-
ever
I
had
knew-
a potato?
Yeah, I've had a potato.
Wait,
Do you know the joke? It's a Reddit joke.
No.
No, nobody will get it.
Hold on. Okay, so today was your first bagel ever?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't recall ever having a bagel before today.
I'm gonna guess you're not Jewish.
Have you ever had cream cheese?
No, that was another thing. I mean,
What?
I think I've had like.
Where are you from?
He's never had bagel and cream cheese.
Have you had
Yeah.
sushi?
Yes. I had
Okay,
that
then
with
you've had
them
cream
for the
cheese.
first
Oh
time.
Yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't like sushi.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I just.
What's wrong
I
with
had,
him?
like-
What's wrong with this motherfucker right here?
Wait a minute. Why you gotta point me out? I didn't say
He's
anything.
had bagels and cream cheese before this
Well, I don't
week.
eat cream cheese. That's a whole.
But you've tried it.
He doesn't eat cheese.
You've never tried it?
I'm gonna burn your bridges for the rest
What
of
is
my
wrong
days.
with you people?
See, there you
So-
go.
Have you had
Back-
a bagel?
Yeah, I had a bagel.
Cream cheese?
Well,
Yeah.
somebody today said, who was it? Was it? I can't remember. They said, "How have you worked in IT so long and never had a
I
bagel?"
think Lapbox said that actually.
Was it Lapfox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lap Fox.
Hi, Lapbox.
Hey.
Okay, so you had your very first bagel
Yeah,
and
that's
cream
pretty good.
cheese.
All
Yeah.
right.
You should also try the
Interesting.
lox. That's the smoked salmon. Do you eat salmon?
Yes.
Should also try bread.
But I only
don't
eat
know.
salmon at a specific restaurant.
No, dude.
That's cool. If you just
It's
hate
called
a
lox
restaurant.
and bagel. Just get the salmon on top of the cream cheese and the bagel with some capers, and you'll be good.
I
gonna-
I stole tuna from a sushi restaurant.
You
2
really
days
shouldn't
ago.
admit crimes
like
on
a-
this podcast.
Oh, yesterday.
Like a what?
Especially when it's
piece.
not past the statute of limitations.
One piece of sushi.
I don't care. Stealing is stealing.
No,
and we
no,
have
no.
morals
Listen,
here.
this is the story. I actually didn't technically. Okay, because
Okay, you
my
can't say you stole something and you didn't steal it technically.
no,
Wait, I wanna hear the
technically, in a
story.
court of law, they would never find me guilty
Wait, I want to hear the
because
story.
She stole it metaphorically.
Tell me the story. I'm very interested in how you
Almost
stole,
stole.
but didn't steal.
Attempted to
Allegedly.
steal.
A piece
Allegedly.
of tuna. A piece of tuna or an entire tuna?
No, peace.
An entire tuna, yeah, just fucking went.
I was like, well,
So I
that's,
have a
that's
piece
kind
of
of
tuna
impressive.
that's about this big, right?
Okay.
And I have my dog in the car, and I wanted to give him a piece of tuna, so I hid it in my mouth because I was eating all you can eat sushi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
What? Okay.
I was
go
eating
on,
all you
yeah.
can eat sushi,
Alright.
so you can't take any sushi out of the restaurant if you get all you can eat.
You
Correct.
might want to talk just a little bit closer to that mic.
Okay.
All right.
So
There we go.
so I put the sushi in the piece of tuna in my mouth, and I walked out the door to go give it to my dog. My dog rejected it, so I just ate it. But
So you stole it.
no,
not
I
really.
ate
Well,
it.
she-
Oh no,
well,
no,
not
You're
really.
right.
It's
Never
all
mind.
you
She
can
didn't
eat.
steal it. My bad.
She
It's-
disobeyed
it's-
restaurant policy, which
It's
is
weird,
Like,
but it's not stealing.
Yeah.
Weird.
It would have been stealing if my dog had eaten it, though.
Well, you already paid for
He
it.
didn't pay for all you can
I
eat
mean,
sushi.
I knew like.
Wow, your levels of I'm stealing versus I'm not stealing is like that's a really high bar.
that sounds lawful good to
I have
me.
a similar story. I have a similar story to that. Like, you know how you can't take like buffet stuff to go if you go to like a buffet. Well, I knew a guy who would like hoard the ribs in like napkins and shove it in his pockets to bring the ribs home to his dog.
That's so disgusting. Only because I don't want like rib sauce in my pockets and.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit, dude. He loved that dog.
I love
I
my
wonder what his
dog
pants
so
smell
much.
like.
I feel like we have another sushi stealing
Hold
story.
on, we got a community mic.
Can I chime in here?
Yes.
I think if you take it out of the restaurant and it's within your own body, that's not stealing. If it's in your stomach, that's not stealing. If it's in your pockets, that is. If it's in your mouth, that's still inside your body. So I think you're
But
in
I
the clear.
took it out of my body to give it to my dog.
So
and then
she
put it
like
back in.
she
Well,
she
If you
regurgitated
threw
like
up
a
after
bird.
all you can eat sushi,
Technically,
and your
they
dog
said
were
that
to
I
eat
couldn't.
that,
They said
Oh,
I
would
couldn't
that
take
Why?
be illegal?
They,
Why?
they,
Okay, now we're talking about really.
they
why
said I
technicalities.
couldn't take sushi out of the restaurant if it's not in my body, but I didn't spit it out till I got outside the restaurant. So therefore,
you're in the clear.
even if my
Why?
dog had eaten it, it wasn't stealing.
Okay, I'm gonna say this again. I anal. I am not a lawyer, so you do you.
Why are people trying to make me throw
I
up
know.
tonight? This is all I can think about because this is all disgusting.
I thought you just had a cheeseburger yesterday.
You thought I had a cheeseburger yesterday?
I know.
I know
he
you
said.
did.
This isn't even in the realm of
Hold
technology,
on,
but
guys.
also
How's
this is
your week going? That's the
Are you
question.
gonna
How was
ask
your
me
week
about
going?
my week?
My week is going fine. Actually, I will say this. So I've been getting into more coding. You know, I'm not a programmer by trade. So I code on the side. I write scripts here and there for automation, but it's nothing really intricate. But I've been taking like online scripting classes or programming classes. And so what's funny is if I go back to the old code that I've written that's on my GitHub, I see how much trash I've written before.
Oh, amen.
Yes, I've written so much trash, and so like a lot of this week for me was a lot of refactoring and just deleting lines and lines and lines of code. Like this doesn't belong here. This looks like shit.
What
This
the hell was I thinking?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I even commented like, "Wow, that doesn't go there."
Right. Yeah.
So,
A lot of times when I'm writing something, I will issue apologies to myself in the future.
oh really?
Oh yeah. Like
You're-
I'm so sorry
I
for
want to
this.
see your code comments.
you're a really
Oh,
nice
yeah.
commenter.
I comment.
I mean, I
know you might not
do try to comment
understand
too.
this, but
When you're writing software, you can write comments as to like what the code
no.
means.
I'm just saying when he has nice comments, like the commentary might be.
Oh,
I want to
Oh,
see his
it's-
code. Do you have GitHub? Like,
No, I
you
don't. I
You
guess
should
I
get
should.
one so I can see
I
your
don't know
comments.
if I can.
No, not for your work stuff.
Oh,
But like for your side projects. You don't do side salad?
actually, somewhat. Yeah. I guess I should. Shouldn't
Yeah,
I?
put some code up there. I want to see your comments. I want to see you apologize to yourself, like future self.
I'll post some links up in the.
Are you gonna ask
chat.
about my
how
week?
was your week, Grace Hopper?
Grace Hopper,
Grace
That's
Hopper?
not bad.
Grasshopper.
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 Please, okay.
Hopper.
She said Hopper, Grasshopper.
So I had a short but awful week because this is actually relevant to the podcast title, sort of.
We don't even know the
Wait, what's
title,
the title
yet.
yet?
I don't know, but like the original purpose of this
But this is
podcast.
gonna be relevant back
No,
then.
now I know what the podcast title will be. It's going to be insert title here.
Okay.
It's a good
But
one.
anyways, I realized that my website was hacked a month ago, which caused us to go from the very first result on Google to no longer on Google at all.
Wait, how do you know you're hacked?
Because I didn't do it, and I'm the only person that touches the code.
Hold on. Okay, that's how you know that you were hacked.
Well, duh, because this is what happened. Somebody told the robots, and I found where they did it.
The Brobots?
The robots from
Oh,
Google.
okay.
They told the robots to no longer index our website on Google, so we would disappear from Google.
Did somebody
Is there a
else that you noticed
competitor?
replace you?
So somebody was in your server messing with your robots TXT and stuff.
Yep.
You should check server. We're getting to this, but
That's a whole diagnostic issue
Yeah.
we can't get into right now.
I wanted to start troubleshooting. but
Well,
we're
you
not
can
gonna
tell
do
me
that.
all about it after.
We'll talk about this. I'm very interested in this right now. We'll talk about this
Oh,
afterwards.
girl, I'm a troubleshoot, and we'll tell you all about
We can
it.
figure
I-
out which one of my competitors did it, so I can sue them.
Well, that's a lofty accusation.
Yeah, that's
Community
a
Mike?
very big.
Quick story that's
Yes.
related to what we're talking about here.
It's story time.
I don't know if anything's related up here.
I
right
was I write code in a language called FileMaker Pro. It's kind of obscure, but it's also
It
very
is.
lucrative, so you can't argue with that. And I was working in a language that communicated between FileMaker and PHP. And I know I had done this many years ago, and some of the field data had apostrophes and quotation marks because it was feet and inches. And sometimes those characters aren't handled very well. And I had a bizarre problem where I had to go up and look up some old forum, and I think I finally found the solution. And normally I don't, when I find the solution to a code problem, yay, I figured it out. But I'm not going to log into the forum and thank the people who came up with the solution, right?
No.
But this time I had been spending hours on it, so I went back, I found my old login, I was going to go into the forum and thank the guy who found the solution for me, and I look at the icon of the guy who figured it out, and it was a picture of me from 4 years ago. My younger self solved the problem, posted it in the forum. I completely forgot about it, went back to the forum years later, and found my own solution.
That's
Well,
the,
it's lottery numbers.
that's the
Feature code
that's
comment
funny.
to your
Young
future
you.
self.
How old were you?
Teenager.
that's the best thing
That's
I've ever heard in my
amazing.
entire
I
life.
want the winning lottery numbers. Give them to me.
That's amazing.
One time I guessed all the winning lottery numbers down a number.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
Like
damn.
all of them were down one number.
Yep.
Damn.
He was
So-
like, "What? Can you give me money?" Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
so close.
Wah,
Wah,
Chid,
wah, wah.
You
Why are
did-
you hating on McNutt so much? Okay, really quick. I'm reading from the live stream channel in our Discord. So if you're not there, go ahead and get there. The link to our Discord is on our site, Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. Go there, join our Discord. We moved from Discord to Slack. If you don't From Slack to
Scratch that,
Discord.
reverse
Sorry.
it.
Yes. Thank you,
Do I have an
Willy
invite
Wonka.
link? Can I make them?
So we were on Slack. We've moved to Discord because we don't need to invite you. You just go there, and as long as you're not an asshole, you can stay. So welcome everybody to the live stream, and continue the party. All right. What were you saying?
I was going to ask how your week was. You didn't tell. Well, you did
Yeah,
say
I talked about the whole
You
code
did say
thing.
about the coding and stuff.
Other than that, it was pretty uneventful.
So, what? No, what were you going to say?
No, I'm saying although it wasn't eventful, but it was also eventful in the fact that I cleaned up my code, and that's how all the commenting stuff and the younger me stories came.
So, what language are you coding in now, or what are you trying to learn,
You guys, are
and
gonna
why
love
that
me.
language?
You're doing this just to.
Python.
No, I'm genuinely curious.
Python, huh?
All right.
You dropped your rubies.
Yeah, I'm
Did you go
now
back to Ruby?
programming in Python.
Well, okay. So I like to program in Python only because BGM was the one who really jump-started me into programming, and he is a Python advocate, so why wouldn't I follow him? I don't really have a reason other than that. So why are you in Python, Chen?
Okay, so I'm in Python right now because it seems to be a lot more heavily supported than Ruby. At least some of the libraries that I was working on, they haven't been updated, they haven't been maintained. Whereas the Python libraries that are doing the same thing that I want to do, they are actively maintained and they are actively looked at. And on top of that, it's more supported in general. So
Yeah,
I'll have to concede to that.
Can you do a lot? I feel like you can do a lot more with Python as opposed to Ruby also, right?
No, not necessarily. So remember, I'm not a coder by nature, and I'm nowhere near the level of McNutt or BGM. I code for fun. I code for leisure. I don't really do anything big.
What are you doing right now?
I'm actually building a blackjack card counting tutorial.
Didn't you start that 2 years ago?
Shut up.
Okay. I mean, it's about the same time I started the app, so we're on track. We're on the same
app?
pace.
What app? At least I have code that runs.
I have code that runs,
I
kind of.
don't.
Not BGM's code.
My code does not run.
Yeah, you copied and pasted.
I didn't copy paste anything.
Okay, whatever.
His voice cracked. He did.
That's a sign of a liar, except for in Doxy's case.
You're always a liar. That's
Well,
the
no,
case.
so
You can never
so
tell.
here's the thing, though. I don't code every day. So when I'm writing code, I'll write a little bit. I'll make sure that works and that's functional. And I think the problem is that it works to a point, and I'm like, I don't want to break it again. So I don't touch it for a month or maybe 2 at a time.
I think that's a huge hurdle that you need to get over.
I know it really is. It's definitely a self-conscious emotional thing.
I mean,
I think I was scarred when I was learning some code earlier in my high school days.
I don't know the correct term, but if you just compartmentalize it, if you just do it block by block, so then you have a block that works, and then you start doing stuff, then you know
That's
what
called
broke,
modulation, right?
Modulation, yeah. Then you know what broke, and you're you only have so much to debug. You don't have the entire code, just
Hey,
that
man.
little block.
I get it. I need to get over some things.
It's all
I
about
get
the
it.
function.
You got some,
No,
you got some issues.
So I've been writing a blackjack card counting tutorial. So it teaches the user how to count cards, and that's just a side project. It's not I wasn't assigned it. It was just it's a leisure thing. It's a
Yeah.
So that's what I do. But to get back to the original question, I still know Ruby. I still I still like coding in Ruby, but Python is just it's
better.
Well, the Harvester, the app
yeah,
that I
yeah.
use on Cal, that's written in Python. I want to be able to look at the code and know exactly what's going on.
See, I keep meaning to pick up Python, but I keep falling into these really weird languages that I need just for that thing. I've been doing Tableau, nothing but Tableau code for
You know
not
what?
code. But
I've never actually worked in Tableau, but I hate it because I've experienced it, and I just hate it just because.
It's a language.
there's a
I don't know
well,
what Tableau is.
there's a language to it. It's kind of like making formulas in Excel, kinda. But you have to think of it as quantum processing because you're operating on every single line simultaneoly.
Sounds
So
like
It sounds really complicated.
It's weird. It's really hard to explain.
And yeah, like I said, I have no experience with it, but I have third-party experience, not actually writing code in it, just experiencing it, and I don't like it because of that.
Oh, well, if it's done right.
But I mean, whatever.
So,
okay. No,
Oh.
sorry, go ahead.
well, I was going to ask if anyone wants to hear about my week.
I always want to hear
I
about
know
your
we
week.
haven't heard about your week yet.
I think I'm going to do it.
I mean, go ahead.
Because this is a
She's
story
gonna tell
about
the story.
my reaction to a thing,
Okay.
and it is not about the person themselves.
This sounds like it's gonna go well.
I'll try to shorten it up. I'm not making any promises. So here's the situation. So about last November, I got a text from someone. We're gonna call them Susie Sandwiches. Not a text. I got a Facebook invite from this person, Susie Sandwiches. Now, back in the day, a long time ago, I knew this guy named Kevin Sandwiches. Now, none of these names are real, by the way. Okay, so I knew this guy named.
I mean,
Although-
I was gonna ask.
None of this is
A really cool last name would be Sandwiches.
Oh, I
Right?
thought that was.
Mr. Sandwiches.
No.
I thought she was like
No,
straight up a red flag. Like, don't talk to Susie Sandwiches because that's a sketchy name.
No. So I knew Kevin Sandwiches from back in the way back, and so I looked at this at Susie Sandwiches, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's like that's probably his like cousin or something, or he never had a sister. I'm sure he never told me he had a sister. That's, huh. So I, friends. Okay, yeah, cool. Hey, this is me at my new office. Oh, okay, cool. Like, oh, hey, this is me. I'm having a good day. Like, this is my feelings about a political thing. Like, and I'm just like, okay, this person's a friend now. Hooray. And then
this is on Facebook.
Yeah, this is on Facebook.
Facebook is.
So then,
I feel like it's gonna get weird already because it's Facebook.
oh, it's coming. It's not weird, but anyway, here's the thing. So
I mean,
time
talking
goes
to
by.
strangers on the internet's pretty weird.
Well, so
Nobody does it.
So time goes by, and I'm like, and I'm still thinking that this is like someone related to an old friend of mine. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, but I never heard that Kevin Sandwiches had a sister. I've never heard that, or a cousin, or he's never introduced me. I've met his dad. Like I
Like you met the family.
I know it. Yeah, I've met family. Yeah, no, we were like that, and so I start looking through her pictures, and I'm just like, where the hell? And so Kevin Sandwiches would do this pose. I'm not going to do it because it doesn't look right on anyone but him, which is kind of the point, because Susie Sandwiches had a picture with that exact pose. I was like, son of a bitch, that's Kevin Sandwiches. And I was like, oh wow. Well, so then I had a problem because on one hand, I want to be like, hey, I just saw that you're going through a transition and congratulations, because like that's a thing that's really hard. And I've talked to like 2 or 3 people that like after they go through that, they're like they feel so much better because they can finally be who they are. You know what I mean?
I get that.
So I want to be supportive, but at the same time, that could be his cousin.
Oh.
You were at it.
And I was like, oh shit, what do I do?
Wait. With what degree of certainty were you sure that this was the same person?
Like 85, 90%. But still,
Unless
there's.
you're 100% certain, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
like the pregnancy rule. Like unless you're in
you
the
never
unless
say
you're-
when are you due.
unless
Well,
you're
like
in the
a
delivery
positive
room.
Yes.
test
Yeah.
is seen.
Unless you're in the delivery room
Unless
when the
there's an
baby comes
arm
out.
poking out.
Or you see a
you don't
positive
say
thing
anything.
Right,
on
right.
Facebook that says, the way they all do it, where they post the picture of the
You
test.
deserve a punch to
Yeah.
your face.
So what I did was I said, I can't remember how we've met. How do I put this? Are you related to an old friend of mine, or are you an old friend of mine who has begun a new chapter? Because that was the best way that I could possibly think to like ask the question, but not be a shithead.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then if that was his cousin, I don't know what you mean by new chapter, but I'm Kevin's cousin. Whatever. So like.
So how'd you answer?
So Kevin, Susie Sandwich's answer was pretty much like, yeah, jackass, it's me. Yeah, we went to so many parties. So in the back of my head, and plus I always make jokes about totally inappropriate things. So I started thinking
Richard
about
Satchel, I would never expect that from you.
shocker of shockers.
I would have
You're
messed
such
it up for sure. Congrats
you're
on not
such a
messing it up.
dickbag.
Oh, did you mess it up?
Well, no, I didn't mess it up.
Good.
So
Good
no,
job.
I got
Congratulations.
So here's what I was thinking though in my head. I was like, wow. So out of like the 4 or 5 really really tight friends in my life, 2 of them now have changed. And so now obviously it doesn't work like this clearly, but my stupid making jokes from the back of the class
Oh no.
self was like, I got to warn the others.
Oh my gosh.
I'm joking.
I'm so glad
I
you
didn't
didn't
do
do it.
that. No, of course
I'm
not.
so glad you didn't
no,
do that.
of course not. No.
Did you
but
think
could you
about
imagine
it?
the call though? Hey, Andy. Hey, just wanted to let you know if you start feeling like you don't really belong in a guy's body, it's totally cool. But I just wanted to let you know it's coming. Don't be surprised. You know what I mean? Like,
I am the curse.
Yeah.
No, it totally doesn't. Obviously, doesn't work that way. But
So that's how your week went.
but that's how my weekend. No, that was the craziest thing.
That was the
happened to me all
highlight of
day.
this week.
The only question I
He's
have
not
is
making that
what
joke.
took you so long to ask the question of who you are? Because I feel like if anyone added me as a friend, I'd be like, "Why are we
That's
friends?"
that's the
So
first thing
in
I
a-
would ask,
okay.
though, regardless.
That's the only thing I would. That's the only question I have about
He
your
was
story.
trying to deduce it just in case he did know them.
Well,
like,
so
like
now-
without being rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So in a past life, I was
Just a past life.
on stage, and so
Like
I
improv?
would have
Like stage improv.
no. Well, I mean, in a way, sort of. Well, that sounds really weird.
It's
I used to be a DJ. Let's just go ahead.
I
and-
wasn't,
You're
I
not allowed
wasn't
with
sure.
this.
I used to be
sure
a disc
stage
jockey.
was a metaphor or
yeah,
something.
Yeah, no, like literally on a stage. But anyway, so I used to do shows and stuff like
Yeah.
DJ. So I that happened to me all the time. People would friendly like, oh hey, blah 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 blah, you know, and so
That's what you
that's
thought.
why I was used to it. You know, like no big deal. What's up?
Community Mike.
I just have a quick question.
Oh, boy.
With the way that Mr. or Mrs. Sandwiches was standing, did that ever give you like an idea of where they were going, or is that the reason that they stood the way they stood?
Oh no. Okay, so back in I think I understand what you're saying. So it was just this
Like it
this thing
fit,
like
it
he was
fit
doing like
because
no
you
no. You know how like some people have the photo face that they make, right? You know,
Okay.
some people like, or some people like, you know, whatever. That
Like
was
they
the
have
same
their
thing,
thing.
just reversed.
Like
But
in,
they have
like
a
in
thing.
like in every picture they're ever in, they have that thing.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It was one of those. Like it wasn't no, and whatever if it was like because at the time, like you know, in the dance music community, especially in St. Louis, Missouri, I grew up in gay clubs because that's where the good music was.
Yeah.
So whatever, you know, but yeah, no.
We could have a dance battle, but it wouldn't be very good for a podcast.
It
But
would
we're
be-
live.
It'd be terrible for my knees. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I haven't busted out the cardboard for years.
Oh
now.
God.
But I did.
I'm prepared.
They used
You
to call
want
me.
to see?
They used
I'll
to call
dance
me
for you right
B-Boy
now.
Circuit
So
Breaker.
I think we've gotten over everybody's day.
It's been going on for a minute here.
It's been a long time. You guys have a lot of shit to talk about.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dawson's like, fuck it, it's my turn.
I was like, oh shit, hurry up.
God
I
damn
knew
it.
mine was gonna take. A
Oh,
while.
by the
Well-
way, I'm only saying this because Zenify has it
Interrupted
on his screen.
Well, I was gonna mention something about it.
No, that's gonna be a whole topic. All right, go ahead.
No, it's not.
No, good.
No, go ahead. Do
No,
it.
you
ahead.
go. You
Do
go.
it. Do
you
it.
go.
Do it,
So I'm
do
gonna
it,
go.
No, you
Do
go.
it.
Yep.
Say it.
Do it.
Do it.
Go.
Do it now.
All right.
This is okay.
So somebody asked a question in our
the
Discord
chopper.
earlier this week about whether the Pixel 2 was worth twice the price of the OnePlus 5T, and that's a really hard question to answer, right? So we all have phones. I think Chin has the V20, Zenify has the V20. I know Satchel now has the Pixel 2 XL.
I do indeed.
I don't know what you have the iPhone, so you're not part of the
I have a
conversation.
burn-in problem on my V20 screen,
Well, that's another topic.
but that's
and
my
another-
fault though. That's my fault. It's
All
not
right,
the manufacturer.
Hold on, that's a thing.
Okay.
Well, how's it not the manufacturer's fault?
No, okay. I'll tell you why. I'll know exactly what happened. So I was recording something, and it required my screen to be on, and so
Another thing?
yeah. So I turned off the screen timeout. You know how your phone times out after 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Well, I turned that shit off so I didn't have to keep tapping the screen and keeping the screen alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot that I turned it off. And so I fell asleep, and so for like 8 to 10 hours, it was on.
Do you want to feel bad right
Just
now
was
about
burning
making
a
fun of
static image
iPhones?
into my.
Was the charger in?
Because I've done that to my iPhone
Wait.
at least 50 times and no problems.
That's because you don't use a what is it? No.
Our screens are.
This isn't-
AMOLED, right?
yeah.
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 So.
Ha!
It's not an AMOLED screen.
So the screen or the phone was plugged in, but the screen was on the entire night. And like I woke up and I was like, well, I don't think this is
what
good.
were you recording where you were able to fall asleep?
We were recording.
No, we were recording something, but after the recording, I forgot to turn that setting off.
I told you to automate that during the thing.
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
you did. Okay.
I'm very so your phone was on all night while it was charging.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's the screen is on and it's just burning the static image into the screen. And so now I have burn-in issues where like,
Is it still there?
well, it changes. So it's not like a permanent
So it's not burn-in.
artifact yet. No, it's coming though. Like I see it like if I have an app open for a long time,
It's there.
I see like the residue on my home screen.
That doesn't sound like your fault then if it's I feel like that's a
No, that's my fault.
That's
Come
a,
on,
that's a
dude.
that's a
Well, no, I mean
limitation
it
of
happens
LG
to my
screens.
screen too. After
Yeah,
I'm,
it's
like,
just
on Twitter.
it's
for
just
like-
Does it
an
really?
unfortunate
yeah.
thing.
Well,
I feel like that's a limitation.
Yeah, because I should have the same problem because I've been very abusive towards my phone, but I don't because
it's definitely
lucky.
a phone thing.
It's a
Yeah.
limitation of LG screens.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I don't
we
feel
just
so
chose
bad
the wrong
anymore.
phone. You chose the wrong
LG,
phone.
LG has a pattern of bad
That's where it's
screens
your
in their
fault.
phones.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, there's stories about the LG V30, the V20. I'm sure the G4.
Okay, but this is your story, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's
Oh no,
still
it's not
telling the
that.
story.
It's not that big. I totally forgot what I'm saying. Now I'm
gotta write it
I'm
down.
concerned. I'm concerned about your issue now.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
I
can
want
say
to
the
solve
thing
this
about
for
the
you.
Boring
Yeah,
Company?
yeah, go ahead.
So I was gonna say, so the Boring Company, which is Elon Musk's company, they're boring tunnels under LA and whatnot. After he sold $1 million,
10,000?
No, it was $1 million worth of hats. He promised to sell 20,000 flamethrowers.
Yes.
So he sold 20,000 flamethrowers in like 48 hours, something like that.
Oh yeah,
I wish
that's
I
right.
would've bought
these
one,
are really
man.
cool flamethrowers.
Oh,
too.
I should have bought one.
I should have bought one only to resell it because now
I
they're
know
gonna
they're
be,
going to be
man.
worth $1 billion.
Well, I think the law was wherever this jurisdiction applies. I think the law was like the flame can't be more than 10
Yes,
feet.
it's like a super
my
soaker
God.
of flamethrowers.
Yeah. So
That's
like,
still very
so, like,
dangerous.
the
Super
flame
soaker
comes out
of
only like
flame.
5 feet or something.
So it's not a flamethrower, but the interesting thing is
It's a
they're
Nerf
having
gun.
problems shipping it now through like different types of customs.
Oh, yeah.
And so
course.
because it says flamethrower, so what Elon did was he renamed it to the Boring Company's Not a Flamethrower.
Is that passing customs?
He
That is
said customs
fantastic.
problem solved.
That is fantastic.
So
That is
because
the best.
he renamed it Not a Flamethrower, customs is like, well, shit, I guess it's not a fucking flamethrower.
It's like shit. Shit, my hands are tied.
It's clearly not.
You know what? That really.
Well,
that,
okay.
It's honestly kind of annoying how arbitrary rules are.
Yeah.
It's like I can't get a flamethrower too, so let's call it not a flamethrower. Problem solved.
But what if you stick the flamethrower in your mouth
I don't.
Why?
and then walk out of the restaurant
I don't
and
get
give
it.
the flamethrower to your dog?
the sushi thing.
It's a
I
callback.
get it.
I'm not
get
gonna
it.
flamethrower to my dog.
I have a statement.
statement.
All right, so earlier you mentioned that Crux is wearing really cool goggles, and I really feel like he should show them off on the video.
I think he has.
He
I
has.
think
Right
has.
now,
He's shown it
though.
before.
He has.
People
He has
are in
done
here
it
that haven't
before.
been in here before.
And
I'll
the-
tell you
and
what.
the
I'll tell you
live
what. Grasshopper, if you can, convince Mr. Crux to do that, then that's fine. In the meantime,
like-
we'll move
It's not
on.
gonna work.
He's like, nah, there's a lot of nope there.
Yeah.
let me
So I
wear
wonder.
them.
I wonder if
Oh, can I wear
anybody.
them?
I wonder if anyone we know or if any of our
No?
listeners purchased a flamethrower. I didn't purchase one.
Did any of our
I
listeners
should've.
purchase a
I
flamethrower?
Really should.
If anyone was going to, I would think it'd be
Nobody did.
Zenify.
I was
Tweet at us
going
or get us
to.
on the live stream. We want to know.
I want to
actually.
cry right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Why
we-
didn't I do
Actually,
that?
if any of our listeners purchased a flamethrower, I'd imagine that there's a good percentage that one of them might be in this room.
How many? How much was it?
500.
That's not bad.
I know. That's why I should have fucking
Why did
bought
I
Wait,
one.
it was
have to
only
have
$500?
such
Yeah.
a bad week
That's cheaper than my
financially?
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
I'm
damn it.
super depressed.
I mean,
right
but then
now.
how am I going to get the
Stop
Pixel 3 if I buy a
talking about
flamethrower?
it.
Why would I admit to that?
Wait, Pixel 3 or Pixel 2?
Dude,
three.
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
brag about it right now.
No,
We're all upset
there
when you
was
buy it.
Hold on, one at a time.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
definitely some people that were already like, specking out like how much cheaper they could have built this exact thing for like less than $100.
Right.
But the fact that it said the Boring Company on the side and it looked the exact way it looked,
So not the point.
Plus,
I don't
plus, there's
know.
only what?
It's all about
500
the
of them?
aesthetics. It really
Yeah.
is.
How many did they sell?
20,000.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah, okay, sorry,
it-
that's way more than 500.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're going to
Kinda
be on
looks-
eBay for 3 times the price
Abs-
tomorrow.
absolutely.
It
Yeah.
kind of looks like
I might
a
buy one of
portal
those.
gun,
It does.
right?
Yeah.
A little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
the white and
absolutely.
black
That looks
looks like a
pretty
portal gun.
sick.
Yep.
I really want one.
I
All right,
really want
Elon
one.
Musk, I'm putting in a feature request. I need a portal gun.
Yeah, Elon
Yeah.
Musk, if you're watching, can you please sell us one last minute?
We would love to test one out on the show if you have
Actually-
any extra.
Elon Musk, I don't even need that request. If you're watching, just say hi.
I know, right?
That'd be
Sorry,
pretty cool.
Somebody
fanboy moment
pretend
there.
to be
I mean-
Elon Musk
I mean-
and just talk to us.
Yeah, say hi, but also flamethrower, please. That's what
I want one of the
I'm not
hats.
gonna
The
lie.
both. Just
I'm
say
not gonna
both.
lie. I know what I want.
And if you don't want to give us a flamethrower,
Can
mean,
I
a
have a
Tesla's
job?
good, too.
Did you guys see the Q&A?
What Q&A?
The Q&A on
Reddit?
Elon. One of
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah, he
Wait,
did.
which one are you talking about?
He did it. Well, I mean, every single one.
Yeah.
Every Q&A that he does, they don't ask him any questions about
Yeah.
what the
No, there
talk
was
on.
the specific one that I'm thinking of is his Mars unveilment.
I think so. Yeah.
And some
one
guy,
guy.
they didn't vet the Q&A. So one guy walked up to it, and this guy like drove like this new project that was a secret project. It was outside.
not that.
And he said, Elon, please, I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Can
Oh,
you just
no,
come
that is
outside to
him.
the parking lot
Yeah.
and I'll show you this business idea I have? And Elon just like Dad's,
He was like,
next.
no.
Yeah, he's
Can
like,
you stop?
he said something. He actually said it like nice and
Yeah.
deflective, but you could tell like 40 minutes through that, he's like, I fucking
Well, I think he
hate
was
this.
The dude
tired
was
of
up
all
there
the
for
Q
40
and A's
minutes?
before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The Q and A's were awful. They were just
so
awful.
bad. Nothing was about Mars.
Well, the Q's were terrible. The A's were fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I believe that he's a fantastic person.
he is. We
He's
all
like
love
the,
him.
I know it's been referenced
I'm gonna tweet him
before.
right now and ask him. To
I know
play.
it's been referenced already, but he is like the real life
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. There we
He
go.
is a real, Elon Musk is a real life Elon Musk. Yes, I agree. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
he
he's,
is that.
Elon Musk is the real life Elon Musk.
He is that. But I mean, and I mean, this is going off on a
You
tangent.
guys!
But I know he's talked about, or people have talked about how
One at a time.
crazy his work conditions are, like working like 48 hours straight or blah blah whatever. I don't know what the fucking specifics are, but I mean, if you're getting to Mars, you gotta sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
You got to do it.
You
He
guys,
says
we're in a hackerspace. We can build a knockoff flamethrower that will
Oh,
look
no, we totally
exactly the
could.
same.
We
Oh,
totally
yeah.
could. And we
So
probably
let's
will.
just do that. We'll all
That's
make one.
not the
It'll be
point.
fun.
Or
We could do
we'll
a
all
class.
together make one.
We'll make the prototype together, and then we'll do a class, and everybody can make a
I'm
flamethrower.
actually okay with that.
Be
idea.
like $80 each, probably, if we bought all the supplies.
And before I strap a propane
We'll talk
tank
about
to
this at the
a
meeting
piece of wood.
tomorrow.
The community flamethrower workshop.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Actually, you know, it's not a bad
I'm
idea.
really excited about it.
I wouldn't mind building a flamethrower.
And I could put vinyl decals on all the things to make them look really cool.
What are you guys looking at?
The live stream. The chat is lit right now.
Is it?
Don't ever say that to me.
What?
Dude.
Did I say that
Don't
wrong?
use the word
the chat
lit.
is totally lit, fam.
Did I say that wrong?
Everyone on this panel right now. Don't ever say that
He's
to
like,
me.
you're,
that to me.
you're dead to me, Master
Don't-
Chen. Fuck you.
you are-
Don't ever say that to me.
What?
If you have to ask what, you don't know.
I thought that's what the new kids are saying. The cool kids.
None of us are new kids.
It's not cool anymore. It hasn't been cool for at least 3 months.
Do you still use turned up
What?
I
No,
never have.
absolutely not.
or on fleek?
Excuse yourself.
Shush.
Excuse yourself.
Rick,
from this.
recuse yourself from this Judgment
oh,
Day.
Jesus. All right.
All right.
Recuse yourself.
New stories.
Anyways,
Or go ahead.
Oh, hey.
going back to what I originally said,
yes, go.
the Pixel 2 price quality versus like a OnePlus 5T or any other phone on the market, I think is a very hard question to answer because I think at this point it's all personal preference.
Yeah.
We had a user who asked, you know, is the Pixel 2 worth double another phone? And,
No.
And in all honesty, I don't think so.
Yeah.
If
would
I
agree with
didn't
that.
have to, and I don't have to pay for the Pixel 2, I could get a cheaper phone. But if I wasn't ingrained in the Google ecosystem, if I didn't love the Pixel, if I didn't love Pixels as much as I do or whatever, I would get a much cheaper phone. I would get a OnePlus 5T for $500.
Yeah.
It's really the brand name. In all honesty,
It's the brand. For me, it's the brand
but also
name.
also
and-
quality.
Yeah, that. It's what the brand name represents.
Yes.
It represents pure, uncut Google.
Right. I don't have to deal with any Chinese dudes sending my IPs over to China.
What's wrong
Right.
with Chinese dudes?
They're sending my IPs to China. That's the
What's
problem.
wrong.
That's
okay,
what's
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Not
I-
all
I-
Chinese dudes, just the ones sending his IPs to China.
And I think it's a pretty fair
One
statement to say
guy.
that the Pixel 2 has one of the best cameras of this generation, if not easily the best.
I really want it.
From every reviewer I've seen and from my own testing, which I actually take. I don't take many pictures, but I actually take a lot of pictures now because my camera is so fucking dope. And I feel like, but those things aren't enough to make it double the price of a OnePlus 5T. So if you're looking for a new phone for like a full screen edge-to-edge phone that's not a curved edge like the 8 Plus or the Note 8 or whatever,
Yeah.
I think the OnePlus 5T is a great phone. Also, you know, they're sending your stuff to China, so that's kind of, but everybody is. Everybody's sending stuff to China, so it's kind of what you're okay with.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It really does suck.
I really hate
But if
that,
you're
yeah.
gonna use a cell phone that's not the Librem 5
Mm-hmm.
from what is the Magic Dave the phone is called the Librem 5, but I can't remember the manufacturer, which has hardware switches for camera and microphone and stuff.
Oh, wow.
If you're not buying one of those, if you're buying a regular normal phone like a Samsung, like an LG phone, like a Pixel, your stuff's getting sent places anyway.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, there is. I don't want to be like, oh, what was me? There's stuff you can do to curb that, but
Was it called Prism?
Prism, yeah, Prism. Purism.
Purism. That's what it is.
It's called Purism, not Prism. Yes, Purism is the company that
Prism's the fucking NSA
Not to be
tool.
confused with priapism. That's
Priapism.
like you gotta go to the doctor.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So Purism, pur.ism is I think is their site.
Yeah, PURIS.
And they make the Libram 5, which is a phone with the hardware switches and stuff. Unless you're buying one of those or backing it, because I don't think it's even out yet, you're gonna be in the ecosystem of Android and iOS, and you're kind of fucked. By the way, for now.
In general, though, like I would never pay for like a $1,000 phone.
How much was your V20?
It was like
this
almost
is like
$1,000.
What? I didn't buy it for $1,000.
Because
you
you got
gotta
it
wait,
subsidized to the
I bought
carrier,
this
and
shit
you're
for
paying for
$580.
it. Well, did you get it from?
No, I got it from Amazon, dude.
Oh, but you bought it like a year late.
Yeah,
I did.
All right, okay. Well, if you're not buying new phones, yeah, it's easy to get a phone for cheap. But
I don't see a reason to buy it for a G.
4G.
Sorry, $1,000.
Oh.
Oh, I was like a 14
No, I said
phone?
four.
As the kids are saying nowadays.
Hold on.
I was like, what phone is not 4G?
Oh,
at
am I
this point?
speaking
Oh my
Chinese
God,
or
I just
English right now?
remembered.
What's that?
What?
Who am I challenging to a rap battle?
No one.
No one.
Why would that be a thing?
No, you missed
Well,
it.
we all know why. I
gonna rap
explained
battle.
it to you
gonna
before the
what?
She was
show.
going to do a rap battle.
On the show?
Not a rap battle. She's just going to rap.
On the show?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But wait a second.
I got permission from the majority. Who votes? Let's have a vote.
Hold
Wait,
on,
wait,
hold on.
wait,
You
hold
didn't
on.
get majority vote.
Because that's
3 to
Wait a
2.
second.
that's an automatic.
There's one very important thing that we're missing here, and that's that nothing is real anymore.
Oh, yes.
We cannot go this whole hour and
Bring that
not talk
story.
about nothing is real anymore.
Oh wait, tell me. I don't know.
Okay,
I know
so
where
This is a
you
big one.
actually brought it to my attention
I
earlier.
did?
Yes,
You
you
did.
earlier this week with
Oh,
the whole
shit.
deepfakes thing.
Deepfakes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
We're talking
Yes.
about deepfakes, yo.
I
But
totally
now-
forgot about that.
But beyond so if anyone isn't aware, there is now software that uses computer learning,
machine learning,
basic-
yeah.
machine learning. Thank you, machine learning, in order to take still photos that you may have of, say, I don't know, Scarlett Johansson, and put this onto a porn star's face, and it is extremely convincing.
yes.
Now,
Well,
let's-
yeah. So they're
but-
taking thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures.
Yes.
Different angles, different moods, configuration, smiling, frowning, all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But beyond the whole porn thing, okay, yeah, great, fantastic, yay, Scarlett Johansson porn. But the thing is, the important bit here is that no video can be trusted now, because just as easily you could make Donald Trump saying
which
anything.
which in their videos
He already says
If you wait long enough, he'll say it anyway.
they have a but in like their training videos where they were showing they were demonstrating the capabilities of the deep fake. That's what I'm gonna call it for now because I don't know the real name of it.
Right.
The deep fake program. They were showing videos of their users faking videos of I think it was
George Bush. Yeah.
I think Obama was in that, or not Obama, but I think there definitely George Bush was faking videos of him saying
on.
things that he weren't saying.
You might have an answer from the community, Mike.
They,
I don't- I have a
had
question.
Nicolas Cage playing Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
right. That
Nicolas
too.
Cage is
Yeah.
like in every movie.
It was
now.
kind of so they had him as Gollum in Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
and what was another one?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they had him playing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very noticeable. Like you said, if
It
you
is-
don't have
it
enough
is-
photos,
I
if
think
they
they-
turn
I think-
slightly, it starts deforming.
There was
on-
somebody that
Right.
replaced, or they put Nicolas Cage as every single actor in person in Con Air.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all
So the entire movie was Nick Cage.
Melchizedek.
So
Being John Malkovich. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
I
Yeah.
love
Wait
the
a
internet.
second. I have something important.
What's up?
Timothy,
What?
while we have you,
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Why are you saying
oh boy,
this person's name?
are we not allowed to do
we're
that?
not. You can't dox people.
I didn't know that.
That's okay. We'll
but
mute
that's
you.
not his real name.
We'll mute you.
And we move forward.
All
Oh,
right,
wait.
and-
What about Nerf gun duels?
Oh, I have Nerf guns. Not with me, but I do.
But we're going to do it?
Sure. We should do duels.
Okay, good. That's all I needed to know.
Okay, good.
so-
with that sorted,
I was
deepfakes.
I was in my regular perusals of the random Reddit subreddits.
Yes.
And I came upon deepfakes.
Yes.
I didn't know what I had found until I clicked on a couple of GIFs, and
That'll
I was like, oh, this is extremely disturbing.
Yes.
Because now I can't trust it. Like, and it's at this point, it's very noticeable when they're like, if the face isn't straight on, it's very noticeable. Like when they turn and the angles, they don't quite line up and stuff.
Right.
But it's still surprisingly well done. And it's creepy to say the least, and scary for the implications of what could happen in the future.
Exactly, and that's the real thing that I wanted to talk about. Yeah,
Right.
of course it's being used on porn first, so
Of
was
course,
VHS.
because porn drives the industry.
porn drives
Yeah.
the
Porn
industry.
drives
Absolutely.
every industry.
Absolutely.
I think they made like a relation to like automated toasters in porn somehow. They like got it to
They what?
I know it sounds really fucked up, but like technology used in like automated toasters, they started relating it somehow to the porn industry, and that's how they got.
Are there porn videos playing on the toasters?
That could probably be it.
I mean, there's TVs on refrigerators now, so I don't see
Yeah.
why there wouldn't be TVs on toasters. But I digress. The deepfake thing has very bad implications for the futures of any video now, because if like in most politicians, most people when they're speaking at a podium, are very head on, straight on. They're just looking
Right.
at you talking
Yeah.
for an hour or so,
Right.
and that can be manipulated to look like anything.
And there's a bazillion pictures of them online.
Bazillion. So it's such a very I don't know. It's still in its infancy and it's not very well done. I think it's maintained by the people in the deepfake subreddit, I think, but I'm not sure. I didn't look that deep into it because I got real creeped out. Sorry, community Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah, well, no, I'm looking at something completely different. But
Okay.
no, it's
He's
just
looking at
no,
deepfakes
but
right now.
It's for science, I swear. You know.
no,
Right, right.
I mean, he looked at it for science.
no, but
I did.
I did.
I'm just kind of in shock that you guys are kind of realizing or seeing this now, because I don't know if you guys were familiar with the Fast and the Furious franchise, but when Paul Walker died,
Yeah.
they actually did that so he was in one of the movies even though he had already passed away.
So that it's possible. That's you're right. That's
So
no
that, I
surprise.
mean, they've been able to do that for. I think that movie came out probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah. What's new though is that they've got this deepfakes on this channel. They've got it down to an app.
Yes.
To where you basically feed in pictures.
Anyone
you
can
put
do it.
pictures in this bin and a porno in this bin, and you get a porno using those pictures.
You get a porno,
You could
you
go
get a
home. You
porno.
could go home tonight, pick up 1,000 pictures of Scarlett Johansson, load them in, and then it would map it onto the face of a porn star who fairly closely
How
resembles.
about
her.
Eva Mendes?
That reminds me.
I mean, I did some research because I have a podcast I have to talk about.
So much
That
fake
reminds me. I'm
Now
not gonna be able to
everybody
play
can do
D&D
a
tonight
porn.
because I got a thing
got
at
stuff.
home.
Everyone
stuff.
could do a porn now because they
got-
won't ever know for sure if it was you or it was a.
Well, as of now, it's pretty noticeable unless your porn is just your face
Someday.
straight on. But someday, very soon,
Someday we can all do porn.
because technology moves exponentially.
So what you're saying is we could all do porn and then just get lost in the haystack. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Because they.
False information.
Oh, that wasn't
Like,
me.
are you
that was
sure
my
that's my
ex-boyfriend.
porn?
like
sure
it
that's my porn?
could have been somebody making a deep.
Oh my
fake of
god,
me.
that's gonna be the title of the episode. Are you sure that's my porn?
It'll never happen to me because no one has that many pictures of me.
And then,
Community
well,
Mike.
and so that's the thing. I'm sorry. It works both ways because either you can say, well, that wasn't me. That's in that murder video. You know, the video.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It was deepfake.
It was deepfake. But then, you know, on the other hand, you know, you can go the other direction too and say someone else murdered someone because I have the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. So there are tons of examples within Star Trek and other sci-fi where they're showing a future in which you can say, "Hey, give me a video with blah 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 in it," and it's
Right.
able to generate that.
Yes.
Okay. So now that we're kind of approaching that threshold here in the real world, where videos can be concocted that look extremely persuasive. They can be used to incriminate people that didn't do crimes, and we can expound of 1,000 different ways that videos can be
Yeah.
used for us or against us. And it really calls into question whether or not video evidence can be trusted. Now, if you go back 15, 20 years, Photoshop was so good 20 years ago that photographic evidence
to encrypt
had,
video
had reached
files and
that
all.
threshold, right? You can Photoshop anybody to make them look like they're doing anything.
Right.
So a photo of you doing something is no longer legitimate proof. Now we're reaching
I
that
have
point.
But
with
Some
video.
but I have
information
seen many
question.
shops in my day, and I can tell from the pixels and such.
Okay,
That's
I
a-
have a question.
No?
I can tell from the pixels. I
Deep
get it.
4 Thank you.
I
Thank
get
you.
it.
All right.
I get it. I got it.
All right.
Wait,
Listen
question.
though, I have a question. So,
Go,
isn't
please.
there a way that they could encrypt the video file so that way you can't edit it on security cameras? That would be pretty hard to break.
Put it in the blockchain. You'd put it through Ethereum or something like that, where if it were edited later, there would be evidence.
There would
So
be
that's all they're
there'd be a
gonna have
log
to
of
do
it.
now. It's not
Or
the
like
end
a,
of
like
the
a
world.
checksum, blockchain or checksum, right? Yeah.
But I'm curious about when this goes live, like live.
All the old video files.
That it's original. It's just
Yeah,
that you
true.
made the artwork. And
Yeah.
It's a derivative of two pieces,
Artwork.
somebody and something, and you put it together.
Or
Well,
they
I'm
could just
thinking more
live
from like a
stream their videos.
political like mindset, like live political stuff. If that gets replaced on the fly and you just have no fucking idea.
I mean, actually,
Yeah.
kind of wasn't that what
That's
they were trying to
sketchy.
do in the,
Oh my gosh,
the first
Trump will
episode
get
of
away
Black
with
Mirror?
everything.
I've never seen.
They were trying to
I'm kidding.
live replace that guy's face on camera when he was doing,
The thing with the pig?
yeah. When they try to live replace his face.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I need to watch the whole series again. Actually.
Okay, maybe I'm the one that remembers. Yeah, Vic remembers. They were trying to live replace his.
Well, it's gonna be hard to forget big fucking.
Well, that's not. Yes, obviously, but that's not the point. They were trying to replace his face as it was happening. Well, okay. So someone else was going to take his place, and they were going to map the politician's face onto that person's
Oh, I
face.
do remember that. Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's Black Mirror, but Black Mirror isn't that far from reality in most cases.
No.
Not anymore.
It's very close.
There was an interesting TED Talk a little while back where you would read paragraphs into an audio recorder, and then it would learn your voice, and then you would be able to fake that voice to say whatever you wanted it to say.
Yeah, I remember
so it was a way to create audio evidence of any voice saying any phrase that you wanted.
Nothing is to be
Very
trusted.
Wasn't there a guy that was like dying or something, and he used that or was going to lose his voice, so he made that so his wife could hear his voice?
Something like that. But as he was given the TED Talk, he says, yes, we have this technology. No, we're not releasing it because it's way too dangerous to let the public have the ability to make it sound like anybody's saying
Absolutely.
We should let the public decide.
We should talk about this
that.
after the show also. I'm very interested in this.
Yeah. It's obvious you guys aren't evil geniuses. It's
Well-
the thing is, like,
Hey, I'm an evil genius.
but like, you guys seen Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Laughing Man and Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So wherever he went, wherever camera he was on, he put the Laughing Man over his face.
Yeah.
That's the challenge.
Oh, that would be.
Wait, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I don't get it.
I'm a
I
genius.
thought
I
you
get
watched
it.
anime.
I do watch. I've seen Ghost in the Shell, but it's been a long time. I don't remember anything particular about the Laughing Man.
Are you a very stable genius? I should have
No.
worn the
What's
shirt.
the Laughing Man?
I'm
What's
not.
the thing?
Yeah, he's like.
I mean,
Well-
what's the thing about him being on the cameras? What's the face?
I don't remember.
Is it just like
I saw Ghost in the Shell. I
Yeah,
don't
I saw
remember
Ghost in the Shell, but I don't remember the
You'd have-
Laughing Man.
It's hard to explain. You have to
I'll look at
rewatch the reference.
I guess I got something to watch this weekend.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
There you
Just
go.
replace that with your community watch time.
Well, community has a special place in my heart. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Ghost in the Shell does too.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Hold on.
All
Wrong
right.
song. Sorry.
All right. Okay. I don't know where you guys are going with that.
Do I get to rap still?
No.
What?
But
Sorry.
Can we
so
take a vote?
That was vetoed.
I really don't know. Like,
I'm gonna use my veto power. Okay.
I really don't know whether there's like a natural end for this.
I'll just start. You won't be able to stop me.
Yeah, we will.
But-
Oh,
but-
that's
all right.
true.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll yell into all
I got
the mics.
nothing anymore.
Yeah, you do.
Nope.
No, I was gonna. Well, so what time is it? Shit, we're almost at the lightning round. I wanted to mention the app really quick. The app I showed you earlier, Die With Me.
Oh yes.
So did
Oh,
you
yeah.
read into it at all?
I didn't because I got really busy at work.
Okay, cool. So this app, it's super interesting. They developed it so when your phone battery is basically once it hits 5% or less, you could open this app and you'll be able to sign into like a chat room and talk with people around the world that also have their battery.
Around the world?
I'm assuming, or maybe it's just in your geolocation.
I would imagine
there's
it's
probably
closer
different
to your
chat rooms. There's
geolocation.
probably different chat rooms. I don't know. I don't have a fucking app.
Because I don't trust my. I feel like if you're already at 5%, using location to do that would kill it even faster, right?
True, but so location is what I'm getting at.
Okay. Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
The reason why I think this is a very dangerous app is because it kind of incentivizes you and pushes you to meet up with a person like at a bar or something.
Does it?
Because that's what the whole app is about. Is like meeting up with other people with their
Right
phones
before your
dying.
phone
I
dies.
thought it was just like to communicate with them where they're.
No, it
Could I
definitely
just
is just to
communicate with
communicate.
people that have chargers?
I-
That would be great.
I mean, there's
like,
probably an app for
you
that.
have a charger
I'm sure-
and you're
I'm-
nearby.
I'm sure there's an app like
Well,
I,
see, actually,
I'm gonna make an app.
that might
That's
actually
a great
get to-
idea.
that
like
might
$2 to borrow my
kind
charger.
of get to the point though.
Okay.
Is they're trying to get you to meet up with people less than 5%. If somebody has a charger, they're like, oh, hey, come meet up with me. The problem is the person on the other side, you don't know if they could be a predator of some
Yeah.
sort. And
They
now
don't know if
your
you're a
phone,
predator.
Well, yeah, they don't know that either, of course. But
What if
now
there's two
your phone,
predators?
I am
And
a
an
predator.
alien.
that's
I'm
the
sorry,
problem.
I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to do
well,
that.
okay.
I'm
So,
Oh
so Zenify, I definitely what you're saying about there being a problem about people meeting up, but that's, and I'm not discounting that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But with any app where the focus is meeting up, there's inherently a danger about people being
Yeah.
Not
but this
what they
one
say.
is now that your phone might be
What if
dead and
it's-
you have no way to communicate out.
Oh, you think people will prey on people because their phones are
Yeah,
if
dead?
that's
Yeah.
why.
But-
Okay, I didn't think about that. I did not
But
think
what
about
if
that.
it's two predators trying to kill each other and
Hey,
they just kill each other?
That just
and
makes it an
it's-
interesting news story.
That's great for the world, right?
Yeah, it's good for the world.
Okay, so I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But also, their phone is at 5%. Well, I mean, they don't need to call anybody. They're the predator, right? Nobody cares.
Right.
Yeah.
They just go.
I have no answer to that, but I feel like there's an inherent danger with meeting up with anyone from any app.
There definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never going to have that app because I never let my phone get below 50%.
I won't.
Ever.
I've said this before many times. I won't leave my house with my
phone
phone
is not
less
possible.
than 90%.
Dude, you know where my phone's at right now? 11%.
You people make
Sounds
me
like
sick.
you need this app.
You people make me
I
sick.
have a phone charger over there, but I didn't have time to ask for a plug.
My phone is currently at 98%.
Mine's at 35%.
And I think this
don't know
episode
when
Battery
is
it's
life on
currently
this-
at the lightning
And
round.
I'm using
Battery
my
life
phone
on the
to do all the
Pixels is
things.
crazy.
Also, like Richard says, the battery life on Pixel is fucking insane. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I can go days.
Yeah.
Literal days.
It's crazy.
You
It's
know,
amazing.
Xenify could also go for days.
Well, that's because he has a fucking
has a
brick,
brick.
attached to his phone.
What?
Sorry. Community mic.
This is why I can't come listen to this podcast because I always have something to
We
tell
love
you
it.
about.
We love that.
So I've got many years of experience in lithium battery engineering. I built my own electric car, blah, blah, blah.
I'm very interested
So,
in you, sir.
so let me tell you a few things to dispel some of the rumors about what you should do with your phone's battery.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. The lithium batteries are either lithium iron phosphate and lithium ion cobalt. The ones you see in phones are the cobalts. Those are the ones that have the thermal runaway problem that can explode. The ones you see in electric cars are, for the most part, not cobalts. They're the phosphates, and those will fail safe and not blow up on you. But either way, the way lithium batteries behave is different than a nickel metal hydride. You might have heard that, oh, I have to fully discharge and recharge it once a week or once a month.
Yeah.
That was true of the nickel metal hydrides and nickel cadmiums many, many years ago. That is not true of the lithium cells. So what is the correct way to keep your battery healthy? Now, granted, Apple has this new warranty program and you can change your battery out real quick, but if you're trying to keep your battery healthy because you've just spent $1,000 on your phone, here's my best advice for doing that. Generally, if your battery is over 90% and up between 90 and 100, that battery is being stressed because it's very, very full. So it's generally not good to leave your battery for more than a week or a month in the 90 to 100% state.
Oh, shit.
Okay?
Oh,
so
fuck.
that's one piece.
Ha!
The other thing is it's really bad, orders of magnitude worse, to let your battery get below 50% or below 40% or below 30%. Okay? There's this thing called depth of discharge. And as you bring a battery into the 40 range, into the 30 range, into the 20 range, you are causing damage to that cell. And I'm sure you've noticed the more time you spend in the red zone, how your phone will go back to 100 and then back to 20 real quick because you've weakened that portion of the span. You've weakened
So
the
you
cell.
gotta keep it at, like,
so
70.
never let your phone get below 50, and you'll get much stronger health out of your battery in the long run.
Cool.
So I want to keep my battery
Wait,
in
so-
general
so
between
keep it
50
between-
50 and 90.
Keep it between 50 and 90, and you're good. If you happen to go into the 50s or 40s, that's fine, but try and only do that once a week. And if
Oh my
you're
God.
at 20 or 10 and you do
You're
that a
fucked.
lot, your battery is being damaged. Every minute it sits in the 10s and the 20s.
I now have
so
conclusive
feel
evidence
the
to
urgency
give to people.
and get
I'm gonna-
back above 50.
I'm
I'm going to
so
put this as an
glad
audio
that
recording
you
on my
told me
phone,
this.
Yeah.
walk around and show people.
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
talked to a
Gonna replace my
battery
battery.
engineer.
Wait,
Charge your phone.
We need him to
I have
talk.
proof.
This
at
is the best
end of the show
podcast,
every
you
time.
guys.
Yeah.
Because he redeems the show.
I know. He
No,
uses
yeah,
the mic
no,
more than me.
We took all of the technical knowledge in this show and we've just put it into like 3 minutes.
I know.
Like,
When we go off the
He's-
We
rails.
didn't do it.
He
did
speaks
it.
correctly,
Thank you, sir.
concise.
Okay,
We did it. We did it, guys.
Now,
We
are we
did it.
ready?
Did it.
Are
We didn't do it. We did it with help.
Are we ready for the lightning round?
We are ready for lightning round.
Okay. For those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, we are going to zdnet.com/topic/security because that is so far the least clickbaity that we've seen in the last
Well,
few
so
weeks.
far it always ends up being.
Well, so
clickbait.
far, I know. We're trying to stay ahead of the clickbait curve. Anyway, so we're going to read these headlines and then we're going to give a tweet's length of our opinion, which is now 240 characters. So who gives a fuck? All right, who wants to go
start.
first?
I'll start.
Okay, Doxy's starting first. Remember, we want to show you where the headlines are, talk about our opinions, but we don't want to tell you how to think. So do your own research. All right, here we go. First article: espionage malware snoops for passwords, mines Bitcoin on the side.
So
It's a twofer.
I don't have an opinion about this article, but I did look at the value of Bitcoin today, and it's like 9,016.
No, it was 8,400.
Oh, and it's now 8,400.
Womp womp.
Was yeah.
It is time to buy. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
That's it. That's all right. Move on.
I agree.
I could check live, but yeah.
It went down again.
Oh my gosh,
Interesting.
I'm gonna buy some
That's all I got. Is
when I get home tonight.
All right, Satchel.
yeah, it's at 8,400 right now.
Putting it on my
App
to-do
uses
list.
your phone without permission. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. Oh, speaking of that,
This is my
Whatever.
shocked
do you know
face.
there are now ads in YouTube that are also mining for cryptocurrency?
Really?
Yeah.
Ads in YouTube that are mining. I'm glad I got YouTube
That's why you got
Red.
to use Firefox and use a minor blocker or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I'll post some links after the show, but there's some ads in YouTube that have been mining cryptocurrency. I'll do it after the show.
I can't use a minor blocker, then I can't see the Scarlett Johansson videos.
Are we ready for the next article? Goddammit!
Yeah. Next
I can
article.
do an article.
All right,
We're
here we
just
go.
getting an article.
Let's see. Google Chrome. Beware these malicious extensions that record everything you do. Oh, so you mean the whole browser?
I'm shocked.
Grasshopper. Yeah, is that your tweet? I'm
What?
shocked. Is
I'm
that your
shocked.
tweet?
Yeah.
All right, we're going in.
Totally
We're going in
steal that.
order here.
I
Doxy,
stole
it's your
it.
turn.
No.
I mean, damn it. That's it. I'm shocked. I'm not.
You're shocked?
I'm not shocked. It's
That was
Okay.
sarcasm.
sarcasm.
Well, they can't hurt me. I'm in incognito mode.
Yeah.
I don't use Google Chrome anymore.
Yeah. I'm always incognito. I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to Internet Explorer. Don't kill me. I'm kidding. I'm
You mean
kidding.
Edge?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Edge.
Yeah. No.
just
I
triggered
do
all
mean
of the-
I do mean Internet Explorer 5.0.
You just triggered all of the HTML5 in me.
All right, here we go. Next one. Let's
Wait,
see.
what about Zenify?
No, I did say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
You ain't paying attention.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready? Cisco waited 80 days before revealing it had been patching its critical VPN flaw. Oh, wow.
Wow, wow.
I'm okay with that.
Poor
Unless
Cisco.
if they've been actively patching it and they just, well, if they've been actively patching it, they didn't tell users. Maybe it was for a security reason, which I get and I'm okay with as long as they were actively working /patching it. I'm okay with that.
Well, you know, all their techs work on a different shift, so I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
You just,
Have you
you
ever-
just slowly.
have
Have you ever had to
like-
talk?
Into the
Oh,
shadows.
See what I'm
I've in the last couple of weeks, yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
real pain in my ass.
You're like,
Cisco?
hey, Cisco, can you help me on this thing? The next day, sure, I can help you on this thing. What's your problem?
That's how it works at my
The next
company
day,
too.
I told you my problem yesterday. Here's my problem. The next day.
All right, ready for the
Anyway,
next one?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
All right, Firefox 59 will stop website snooping on where you've just been.
I wonder if this is similar to
sure they will.
Safari's thing that stops trackers following me throughout the web, which I haven't looked into again because I don't use Safari because it's a trash browser. But I wonder if it's this similar concept. I obviously don't know, but I'll look into it.
Yeah, I got nothing. That sounds good. Yeah.
You're
I
welcome,
use
Satchel.
Firefox.
I use Firefox now. Since Quantum came out, I've been
Yeah.
using Firefox.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
no,
more.
same
I
here.
really should try
I've always
Firefox.
used Firefox.
Firefox Quantum is a
The
dope
best.
browser.
I used to use it back in the day, and then I found Chrome and never looked back.
Me also, but
Yeah.
Chrome's memory management is
I've become
fucking
Kinda
terrible.
I've become more what's it called when you're paranoid? Yeah. I've become more paranoid since then, so I just go back to Firefox.
I get that. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Is it really you that's paranoid, or just the people watching you?
Oh,
Good job, dude. Good job.
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
is
If
that
I
it?
am paranoid, that was
I think
good.
that was our last one.
Oh wait, but I have one
Oh.
more thing to say.
Go for it.
My friend, redacted for doxing purposes, told me specifically not to rap when I get in here.
No, you're not gonna rap.
Can't do it.
Absolutely
will
Can
not.
we
not
at
rap.
least make it a vote?
Nope.
No. Okay,
It
let's
would
go.
fail.
Who wants
No.
to rap?
Even if I voted.
Go. Raise your hand if you wanted to rap. Okay, that's you've been vetoed.
Yeah, audience.
See? They heard it. They know
The audience
it.
doesn't count. At least for this one. I'm using my
It's-
veto power.
it's
For everything
okay?
else, audience, you count very much. But for this,
Yes,
you
for
have,
everything
you
else
have
you
no
count,
say.
but not for this vote.
Who
You
else
have
in
no
the
say.
audience votes? Yes.
All right, so I think that's the
Doesn't
last
matter.
article.
It's,
All right, everybody.
It's 8:33 though. No.
All right.
Well,
We are at the end of the lightning round, which, as you know, brings us to the end of the show.
mercifully,
Yes. We've run out of time, but never had a shit to say, as you can tell.
see. Yeah.
But hey, I think we're enthusiastic about this one. All right, so if you want to join us again next week, remember we're here every Friday at 7:30. This weekend, next week, last week, and the next week after that. So go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. Oh, I forgot to go to synshop.org for information on the Synshop. and go to wherever you want to go. Hang out.
Wherever.
Do what you feel.
Hang out on the Discord.
We're gonna
the
do some
link,
philosophical
The link
stuff.
is on the podcast site. Go to Greynoise.
It's also on our YouTube live stream.
Yeah.
Some philosophical
Change that shit tonight.
God, Jesus Christ.
tips.
It is
here.
everywhere, okay? So come out, hang out with us, and we will see you next week. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
Zenify.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
I
Good
am
night, everybody.
Grasshopper.
Good night, everybody.
Not good.
You